Hello everyone. Today I want to withdraw some more money since the deposit allows it, but to make the video not too short and boring, I had an idea to analyze some asset and make one trade. For this one deal, I will put $1,000, which will be 70k in our currency. Well, first let me remind you that to join my educational channel on Telegram, you need to write "I want" in the VK blog message to the team. So, I won't speculate on the assets. Let me take this one at the very beginning, outcut OTS. To start, I will switch to the 10-minute time frame to see how the price has behaved over a longer distance, including its highs and lows. The maximum is clearly visible. I will mark it now. It is located right here. Next, I go down from the peak and mark all the local zones. Here is a clear zone, and the price has successfully updated it. Then I make a copy and place it a little lower. There is also a zone here, and it has been updated as well. I will place another line a bit lower. This zone will be the most relevant because the price is moving right near it. I will place it here. I have finished this stage. Now, to avoid making mistakes with the placement of the lines, I am gradually moving down to the minute charts, and along the way, I adjust all these zones as needed. Overall, I think everything is clearly marked, so I proceed to my time frame. Why minute charts, by the way? Because trades are made on minute charts. I think that makes sense. And after all this, if there are trends, I mark them with lines like these. With the help of these lines, I can see every maximum and minimum, and naturally, the subsequent potential entry points for trades. For instance, here all the minima are visible, the places where the price bounced upwards. There are certainly false moments. You can't avoid them, especially since I have the outcut OTS asset. But for this case, we have set up local zones. Well, I will draw a line indicating the highs of this trend for a complete view of the situation. I can actually see a potential entry point. Take a look at this zone and how many bounces there were from it initially upwards. Then, after the price broke through it, it went downwards. Here the price has approached this local zone, plus the line indicating the maximum, meaning that already two tools are pointing to a potential signal for a decline. Well, for those who didn't know, the more confirmations there are for a particular movement, the stronger the entry point will be, but in any case, it is not yet time to enter, as the candle has just approached the local zone. We need to wait for the beginning of the decline. By the way, in addition to the PS zones and the line, I have the stochastic indicator connected. It shows that it has reached a peak from the sleep phase. This means that it might also indicate a signal for a decline. For now, while the price is hovering around the local zone, there is no need to rush. For me, the signal will be the moment when the price starts to go down and enters the descending trend channel. That is, by this point it will be clear that the zone and the line of highs indicated the correct movement. Here, for example, the price exited the channel, lingered at the line, and ultimately the most accurate entry would have been after the appearance of a full candle in the channel. So in this situation, I will also wait for a bearish candle to appear directly in the channel of the downward trend. I already see something similar. The price has dropped down. I hope this candle will be bearish. It has indeed fallen quite low. There is just a little time left until the candle closes, literally 2 seconds. As we can see, it has risen slightly and is generally finishing within the channel. However, the next candle immediately jumped higher, so it is not yet time to enter a trade. In any case, the price has bounced back and a bearish candle has appeared, which is a positive sign. And now it is slowly starting to decrease again, entering the channel. If this candle goes lower now, I think the stochastic will show a signal and it will be possible to make a trade. As we can see, the price has resumed its decline. I have no doubts about that. However, just to be cautious and avoid getting caught up in the noise, I will enter for 2 minutes. The trade is going into profit, as clearly as the candles move along the line of highs of this trend. So here is the answer for those who do not understand why it is necessary to mark trends with such lines. And of course, let me explain all the important points in detail. So, the stochastic indicator shows a signal for a decline. Great. In addition, at each peak of this trend, there was a downward bounce, meaning that the trend line also indicated a signal for a decline. Next, along with all of this, we had local zones set up. The trend is downward, so at each touch of the line, the price also bounced down. In other words, all the indicators were showing a signal for a decline. Based on this, I waited for the market to start moving according to these signals, and when I was convinced, I entered the trade. That's the whole logic. Based on the asset's yield, I have a balance of plus 920 bucks, which I think will be around 68,000 when converted to our currency. I think there will be no doubts left regarding the differences between regular assets and outcut OTS. They are all the same. No one has let me down, although I believe the opportunity was excellent. And of course, I believe you have no doubts left about the effectiveness of technical analysis. By the way, I will be making a video on this topic. And now, I will order the withdrawal. We click on the finance button, withdraw money, and take out our honestly earned funds. I initially wanted to deposit 1,000, but since I increased the accounts, and the 1,000, the deposit hasn't really decreased, and it will even look like I haven't withdrawn anything. So I will order 1,500. By the way, if the currency here were not dollars but our own, I think it would be psychologically difficult for me to raise such an amount. Here, you perceive $1,000 as just an ordinary 1,000, and you feel much more at ease. In general, the payment has been ordered, the money has been withdrawn from the special balance, and I will be wrapping this up. I have completed the plan, or rather, I even exceeded it, so I will go and relax. By the way, I also advise you not to linger too long. Yes, my deposit may be larger, and my trades may be bigger, but even I once had plans to make 1,000 or 2,000 a day. So the most important thing is not the balance, but the system and following the plan based on it. I hope the video was helpful. If so, be sure to like and hit the bell icon so you don't miss new releases. Also, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments. And I remind you, the link with a 50% bonus on the deposit will be in the description below the video. To join my Telegram channel, where I conduct joint tests with participants, write "I want" in the VK block to the team. Wishing everyone successful trades. Goodbye.